So I've been waiting for all of the reviews to come out and all the videos to come up about the Parke/Target collab, and I have so many thoughts about it. First off, I think that those collabs with places like Target, in my opinion, are where brands go to die. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, and or maybe to refresh, and they say, oh, it's all about providing affordable stuff. A subpar $40 sweatshirt is not affordable to most people, and I get it. It's a fun activity. You go, you get there at 3 a.m, and you stress and everything. But there were literally people saying that they couldn't find their size, but they went ahead and got a size smaller just to get something. That's the key to the marketing. Target knows that people are going to be desperate because they've got so much invested into this. It is retail psychology, y'all, and that is an actual field. You should look into it. It's advertising and marketing, and people buy into the hype, and a lot of that stuff is going to get returned. People are already saying, it's not good quality. And what really gets me is like the girls that say, oh, I have 3 or 4 of these, and they're comparing it, and then turning around saying, oh, well, it's an opportunity for people who can't afford the real, the original stuff to get it. Well, then, girl, if you've got 3 of the Parke sweatshirts, like, what are you doing? Leave it for the people who, only have $40. But what's interesting is I talked to a couple moms, and they're like, oh yeah, I tried to get those collabs because, the mean girls at school, and, they're making fun of my daughter because she doesn't have any of that stuff. Well, here's the thing. And this hasn't been around just since social media. This has been forever. Like, I went to high school in the 90s. And the girls that are mean enough to pick on people about the clothes that they have or they don't have are going to recognize a diffusion line when they see one. The quality is not the same. The fabric content's not the same. The stitching is not the same. So it's like, take your $40 and look for something secondhand. Look for the original secondhand. If you want to rock someone's last name on your shirt and it's worth the money to you, get authentic, because if you're doing it to solve the mean girl problem, it won't. It actually kind of makes things worse. You ain't fooling anybody. And there's a lot of parents out there with really good intentions. They want their daughters to have this stuff, but really all you're doing is setting them up for some disappointment and some ridicule. And it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. People are already saying that they're going to return their stuff, and they got all these cute bags and these, little extra things when they went. And I guarantee you're going to see all of that stuff popping up on Poshmark. Like, it's like the free Lululemon bags people are selling for $10. So it's just, the whole thing just gives me an ick. I don't love it. I think that these collabs, they do not have people's best interests at heart. They do not care to give you affordable brands at the same quality. It is not the same quality. It's not going to be the same quality. The color's going to be different. The dye is going to be different. The fabric composition is going to be different. The sizing and the fit is going to be different. And already, if you go back and look at all the reviews, if y'all didn't get one of those collab sweatshirts, you dodged a bullet, because not even the logo looks the same. And I'm not knocking wanting to wear a logo. I wear a lot of Skims. I wear a lot of Good American. I've stopped wearing the Good American across here. And Skims does have some branding, some subtle branding. And I'm dedicated to the brand. I say what you want to say about the Kardashians. I do love their shapewear, whatever. But the thing is that it's why I got rid of my Anine Bing t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff. I don't want to pay $150 to put somebody else's name on the front of my shirt. And the quality is good. Yeah, the quality is good. But if they can get you to pay for good quality and for advertising, Target was smart with this whole marketing thing. A lot of people were boycotting Target. A lot of people, their sales were down and whatnot. And so what better way to get somebody in than to do some huge collab that targets mostly high school and college girls. They say college girls, but like I've seen mostly it's high school, upper high school girls that are wearing this stuff. And I have a couple friends who have daughters in sororities, and they all had matching Park sweatshirts and stuff like that. But it's just not hitting, I think, the way people expect it to hit. And this shit's going to continue as long as we continue to buy into it. And there are brands out there that do good quality for an affordable price, but they're not hiring big influencers to promote. They're not, you're not paying the influencers, you're actually paying for the brands. Like when you order a real Irish sweater, or you order, a silk that's a silk item that's ethically produced, and they're not doing it's not a well-known brand, but the fit, you can tell, is good. The fit is expensive. But the whole point is, and for people who are really surprised that these don't look the same as the real deal, is that they're not. The whole thing about diffusion lines is they are less expensive. You see it even in regular stuff like Wrangler jeans. Wrangler jeans is sold at Walmart, but they're also sold at like Coastal Hardware and North 40 and Western stores. And there's a big difference between the $30 pair and the $90 pair. So it's scammy marketing, preying on people who don't know the difference, preying on the parents that think that they're gonna, elevate their children to this level of where the other mean girls are so that they can stop getting picked on at school. And it's not gonna happen. It's just gonna make matters worse. So just don't do it. Don't do it. Teach your teenagers that some people are just dicks, and they have their own unique style, really. I mean, yeah. And if it's something they really want, it's super, super important, then yeah, go for it. If you can afford it, go for it. I mean, I'm not here to say you shouldn't be buying things, But what's really sad to me is watching the people who really the marketing is for getting sucked into it. And then, then they're feeling ashamed because they're taking it back, or, they got something that it was just the wrong size and they didn't know what else to do, or they just picked up a scrunchie. That scrunchie is not going to keep your kid from getting bullied at school. It's not. What's going to keep your kid from getting bullied at school is more awareness and being more present and doing, more to be around and involved, so that what's going on, and so that the parents, and who's being a little shithead. It just, oh gosh, it makes me sad to see. I feel like people really get taken advantage of, and this is just beyond like the influencers and the big TikTokers that are talking about it, because that does get a lot of views. But just from the point of view as just a regular person who has like not even, I think, 2,600 followers, this is just my take on it, and it might be a hot take, but it's just gross. And I'm not a huge fan of Target anyways, and this just reminded me that I'm even less of a fan now. But let me know what you think about it. Give me your thoughts about it. Tag me, stitch me, let me know. Am I off base here? And if you feel like I'm off base, tell me why, because I really am interested in this whole conversation. Okay, bye.